Our church worship service lasts 45 minutes. For the last 2 years, I've not been able to stand that long. 2.5 weeks into wearing the X39 patch, the pastor said, "You can now be seated." It dawned on me at that moment that, my goodness, I've been standing this whole time, didn't realize it.
After starting using the technology for approximately 2 weeks, my pain completely disappeared.
32 years of pain gone in 3 days.
I just love the products. They just help me to feel younger and younger year after year.
Thank God for X39.
My skin become younger, softer, firmer.
It's been really amazing.
I love X39 because it really helped reduce the inflammation in my knee. I can now run again. Woohoo!
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to our Monday evening community call. I'm your co-host, Robin, along with Gregory. We have a lot of special guests. Why don't you keep your camera off, everybody, until we introduce you? Thank you. So every Monday night, we get together and we share community updates and company updates, and we like to celebrate and learn from people with their success tips. And we have a really amazing group tonight because, as we all know, our precious friends in Canada have been limited to just 2 of our products, and they're still building and they're still with us. And 3 of the 4 people tonight have a Canadian background. One is Canada and Mexico, but we are here to celebrate and hear success tips from several people. And I'm just really proud and honored. And we're going to start out with our newest senior director. And to do the proper introduction and honors, I'm going to turn it over to Senior Presidential Director Connie Lucas. So over to you, Connie.
Hello. Oh, I am excited about this.
I know, it's amazing.
It is amazing. So tonight, our senior director that we're introducing is Robin Hoffman from Canada. And what I really want to say is that everybody has challenges, and the past 3 years have been challenging in many ways for many people, but particularly the Canadians for this last year. These brand partners have, as Robin said, they have had to try to salvage businesses with 2 products, not even our lead products, and to keep on going, to find ways to get creative, to keep morale up. And Robin Hoffman was really instrumental in collaborating with many of the other Canadian leaders to keep that morale up, to help people stay in the game. And we're so close to relaunching in Canada. So it always is special to break a new rank, and senior director is certainly one of those, because not only do you have to have structure, you have to have volume. And sometimes you'll have volume and not structure, and structure and not volume. And so to do that is really an achievement, but to do that with Canada still not completely relaunched is nothing short of spectacular. Robin is professional. She is persistent, and I'd love to bring her on so that she could share some of her tips with you about how she achieved this rank. Robin, are you there?
Hi, I am Connie. Hi, it's a pleasure to be here tonight, everybody.
Oh, so excited. One of the things that I would love for you to share about anything you want to speak to, but one of the things that I know you are so good at that really is a skill you learn in this industry is how to motivate your team, how to dig down, how to get people to commit and run together as a team. Can you share a little bit about what you did to make this happen?
Sure. So one of the first things that I did was I noticed that there was a new person that came in underneath somebody else, and I was introduced to that person, which was a great idea. So that person that I will be introducing, Eileen, introduced me to her brand partner, who was ready to share with people and who had questions and who wanted to know more. And so I reached out and worked with that person to help her to learn about the products that she was going to be sharing, a little bit enough. And I showed her the tools that she had available to her. And I also showed her on the tools how to get to manager. So one of the things that I think is very important is to know your tools, right? And know where they are. And this is where I love the Live Younger system that's set up. So that's something that I shared with her. And so we began working with her to get her to manager. And once she became manager, then it was time for to look at her sponsor, who also had another manager on the other leg. And so we were starting to work towards what do we need to do steps. And then we were able to get the person I'll be talking to director. So we not only were able to break a manager, but we also broke a new manager and director with Eileen.
I love it. I love it. What other secrets do you have? Just when I listen to stories, success stories, which you are one and are definitely going to be one. And as soon as we start relaunching Canada and you really get to dive into what you're so good at, what helped you kind of sustain and keep going? Because it's really easy to quit in this industry. How did you keep going?
So it's just you have to make a decision. I had to make a decision that I wasn't going to just give up. And that persistence, that determination, there was a decision that I had to make. What can I do? And that's the question that I asked myself is, what can I do in this situation? It looks bad, not sure where to go, but what do I have that I can work with? So then I realized, okay, I have Ice Wave and I have Alavita Trio. I was grateful that I had those. And so I was willing to try to develop tools to start promoting Ice Wave and Alavita. And so I did that. And in the process, that kind of blossomed into more and more and more, helping other people. And so then that really, made me realize that there's a lot of people who were looking and needing something. And so I was able to step in and say, and volunteer, just to say, I can help, let's do this. Let's see if we can pull together as a group in Canada. So.
Yeah, and you have an incredible skill set and you offered that up. And I know that corporate was grateful because it wasn't just fellow Canadians that were thanking you, for doing this and for the rest of the Canadian leaders who stepped up. It really was all over the world, people saying, thank you for helping to support my team in, in a country where there were challenges for a year. So that was amazing. Is there anything else you want to share about this journey that might help somebody else as they're sitting there and they're like, I really want to keep going. I want to do this. What do I do? What are my next steps?
Sure. So one of the first things I do say is know your upline. Get to know them if you don't know them. My upline has been invaluable to me through this whole past year and since I've been in LifeWave. But honestly, those times when it got tough, you guys as upline were just amazing. Connie, you've been a great sponsor, phenomenal sponsor. And also, Robin and Gregory Mascari stepped in. So it's really important to know, your upline. Those are my upline. You might have a different structure. So that's really good. The other thing is know your tools. So know the Live Younger system. It works. And I ask myself, what if what I'm about to do is something that everyone on my downline, on my team can do as well? It has to be able to duplicate. And so I went to the tools and used the tools over and over. So really important to know those tools. And then of course, make the decision to persevere, to keep going, don't quit. Persistence and consistency is key. And that's just, continued patient effort, taking a step, even when you don't know if it's going to work or not, just keep going. So those are some things that I would suggest for everybody.
I love it. I love it. And you are an amazing leader. We are so blessed to have you on our team. And I'd love it if you could bring on oh, wait, Robin, you got to unmic if you're going to stop me.
Yes. Before you bring on Eileen, I just thought, all those things you said about Robin are true. And when this whole Canada situation happened, I remember it was one of the most difficult calls to make. And it was to Robin because she's so devoted. And she immediately, had her focus on, okay, I'm going to work outside the US. Okay, this is what I can do instead of what I can't do. And she embodied that a magnificent leadership. And then she also initiated, okay, what are we going to do to keep our community together? And she really, held the lion's share and took the lead on those weekly webinars for the Canadians and put together the slide deck and, just has been in service to the entire community. And we are so, so grateful because you wanted to keep the momentum going. You wanted to keep the community connected, and you single-handedly really took the lead on that one. And thank you.
You are so welcome. And it's my pleasure. And it's done as a service. And I'm just happy that I could be a servant leader in this situation. I'm got a lot of training in that background, and I just felt like there was the need to step in and step up. So thank you for the opportunity to be able to do that.
And I wish you an easier road from here, my dear.
For everybody.
Yes. And so now you can introduce your brand new director, and congratulations, Robin. Congratulations.
Thank you. Okay, so I want to introduce my next, my second director, and I am so happy to have her on my team, but she's been my friend for over 17 years, and a great lady, highly qualified. She's a retired educator and former high school principal, and she's very involved in community service herself as well, in the health and wellness in the medical system, to advocate for patients and those people who don't have a voice. So I'd like to introduce Eileen, and Eileen Reimke. If you could come on with your camera, that would be awesome.
It
Eileen?
says the host has disabled it.
Oh, that might need to get fixed.
So I can't start it.
Oh, okay. So if somebody could enable her video.
Oh, they said they've made her a co-host now. Try it again.
Okay,
there
I
we
think
go.
there we are.
Awesome.
Hello.
Awesome. Wonderful. So Eileen, it's been such a grand pleasure to be able to be working with you. And we've worked in a previous company together, and we've done well in that company as well, helping a lot of people. And here we are in LifeWave, going beyond what we did there and making a big difference in people's lives. So I'd like to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
Yes.
Would you mind sharing a little bit about your product experience? Let's start there.
Okay, I've been a passionate person about health and wellness for many years, and have tried many different products. But when I started using the LifeWave products, it was just head and shoulders above other things that I had used. And so mainly I really noticed an increase in mental clarity and energy level to start off with. And I know there are other benefits that maybe I haven't been aware of, but and of course, without the X39 and X49 these last 2 months or so, because I fortunately was able to continue with them in Mexico. I really missed them. I notice a difference. So yeah, so very thankful.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm sorry. Speaking of Mexico, has anyone noticed your positive changes on these products?
Oh yes, I get many comments about how young I look, and just the fact of my energy level, that I can go and just never seem to run out of the energy I need to do what I want to do.
So my understanding is that that's turned some heads
It
and
has.
gotten some interest, and those people have signed up, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
that's great. So what made you decide to do the LifeWave business?
Well, it was you, Robin. really, because of, yes, our longtime association, your patience, your perseverance, because I've had a lot of distractions along the way over the years, and you just helped me, to with the decision, and gave me the support that I needed, and sort of sometimes maybe a little bit of a push. And this last while, with having kind of a deadline, it was, and knowing that there were so many people backing us, that I just couldn't do it. I mean, could not do it. And so it was a wonderful decision. And also the whole idea of never giving up. There was an unexpected success where, would never have thought of a certain person that actually you contacted, and also where there was a way where there seemed to be no way, but just persevering through all those steps, and just never giving up. And it's just been amazing. It was so encouraging, because as we know, rejection is is sometimes there, and we have to work through that and persevere through that. But just having a new vision and a new project to help others, but in a very tangible way.
Awesome. Anything you'd like to add before we go?
Just the importance of team, and just understanding how what a person needs to know, how you can continue to grow and learn, and in spite of doubts and lack of confidence, just keep on going. Use team, and it's a wonderful experience. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, it's great working with you. As they say, what was that quote? You're in your business for yourself, but not by yourself. That's such a famous quote in this industry. So true. Mm-hmm. So true. We're all here together. All Connie, mm-hmm. you and myself, we all work together to make this happen. So thank you very much for all. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Congratulations to you both. And I have no doubt that with Canada getting ready to relaunch, we will have you guys back on here with another rank very, very soon. So super excited. Robin, you want to take over?
Yeah, so congratulations. Wonderful to meet you, Eileen. What I've heard about you. What a joy, and congratulations. Thank you, Robin. Thank you. We're thrilled. We're thrilled. And we know where you're going. There's only one way. To the top. Okay, so now we're going to bring on Presidential Director Janet Kiefer, and she has the joy and privilege of bringing on one of her new directors. And so I'm going to turn it over to you, Janet.
Well, thank you, Robin, and good evening, everyone. And first, big congratulations, Robin Hoffman. I know the struggle you've been through. Congratulations. And like Connie, I'm very, very excited to introduce our next new director, who is sponsored by Rosemary Berkeley, and that is Cam-A Jennings. And Cam-A's got quite an amazing story of how she got to director. But real quick, I'll let you know, she's truly comes from an entrepreneurial background. Her grandmother was selling eggs out of the car in the 30s, driving 50 miles just to keep the family fed. Her dad, with an 8th grade education, went on to become a millionaire with a paving company. So Cam-A really grew up in the business world. However, Cam-A really had a long struggle with pain and medical problems. But when she saw LifeWave, by the way, she didn't really join on right away. So her road to director has taken perseverance, but she's got such an amazing spirit. I'm going to let her share her story. So go ahead, Cam-A. Oh, we can't hear you.
Good evening, everybody. Well, good way to start, Kim. I really want to congratulate the Canadian people, because I was so impressed in Aruba, the hard work these people have done to try to stay above water and to really work this business with the obstacles that they've had. But as we all know, this company is very special. sorry. It's been a lifesaver for me because I was in severe pain, and Rosemary shared some videos with me that I wouldn't watch for 2 months because my doctors hadn't told me about this, and I really had no idea what it was. So when I finally watched it, I thought, this could be a possibility. And thanks be to God, the first day I had amazing results. And it's just been a go from there. And I told Rosemary, I said, well, I might as well make a little bit of money with this. I had an Amazon book business that I was successful, but it was really hard on my back to pick up the books and load them and ship them and all that stuff. So I never in my wildest dreams wanted to be in another network marketing company. And I told Rosemary I did not want to be at all of the meetings. And it's the old saying, never say never. So it's
So
been
what tips would you share now that you've gone through all the way to director?
I think perseverance is absolutely essential, and heart. You have to have a heart for people. You have to care about people. We have had home meetings, we've had events, and it's all about sharing this wonderful product to help people change their lives. And with our brand partners, we've had meetings to help them, to boost them up and give them help in every way that we could. I think that part of my success was watching videos and attending Zoom meetings and reading literature and learning as much as I could about this company. And you, Janet, and Rosemary have been absolutely essential in my growth because we've worked as a team. We're a family. It's really heartwarming. My own family and my friends get so sick of me talking about LifeWave because I'm just so astounded by all of the wonderful things that this product does for people. And I think that attending events is very, very important. When we went to Aruba, it was like a rocket booster. Not only the excitement of being with David Schmidt and being with the winners of the trip, it was like everybody, there was so much love there. There was so much community there. And I thought, this is the most wonderful company I've ever been with. I could call anybody in this company and ask for help. It wouldn't make any difference what team they were on, and they'd help. And you don't find that in most network marketing companies. So
Kimmy, would you recommend that people get to the national convention in Orlando?
Absolutely. I think, I haven't been, but I'm so excited about it. You talking about it, and Barbara Larrabee and everyone talking about how wonderful it is and how much it fires you up. But honestly, just hearing David Schmidt talk is worth the trip because he's so brilliant and he is such a godly man. And that's so important to me, that this company's heart is for people. It's not about money.
Great. Thank you, Kimmy. Robin?
Okay, well, that was so beautiful, Kimmy. And I think we heard a theme here about team and a theme about support and how important that is. And, the results make a difference. And congratulations, Kimmy. We're so thrilled for you. Yes, so wonderful having you here with us and our leadership team. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the next director, another Canuck. And this is a man I met down in Mexico, and he is a fireball, and he had a background in the automotive industry. He was a owner operator in as a long hauler, and started in LifeWave in 2021. And he even ran for a political office. He was an activist and during the truckers convoy in Ottawa to oppose the government health mandates. He's a man of action. He's someone who's got this huge heart to help change lives. And it is my privilege to congratulate and welcome Carl Krebs. Where are you these days? ¿Cómo estás?
¿Cómo estás? I'm in a beautiful park in Winnipeg,
All
Manitoba.
right, you're in
And
Canada.
I just came back from a wonderful couple of days with my sponsor, Pete Redicop. And, male bonding, it's all that and more. We sat in that boat and caught fish, but we thought, how are we going to catch more fish? How does LifeWave go out from here? And we've developed some incentives for our team. But, I got to tell you, I mean, you're going to have to stop me because this thing is so big right now that's going on here. I call this the road less traveled and the one that is more difficult to get to this place. But Robin, Gregory, Kai, Pete, you all knew that seat was reserved. Director was reserved a long time ago for me. And the senior director seat is also reserved. But, you don't get there on your own. The people that we've brought into our group right now are just amazed at the community. They say, we get to do this? Yes, we get to help people. You get to change lives of people. You're offering hope to people and you get paid. So that doesn't sound like a job anymore. It sounds like a passion with a compensation plan. And I tell you, we have caught on now. And it had to start with me, I have to say, because there were times when we were very low. And I could get choked up, just like the other woman who just spoke, and say we felt like we were the relative that nobody acknowledged. It was tough in Canada. It was tough going here. And I looked at it and I just kept saying, David Schmidt coming up again and again. He kept supporting us. He kept rallying for us. We got the reports of the money that he spent. It would have been far easier for him to just say, 35 million people? Nah, let's just move on. No, he does not quit. That man has a heart. And, Kai shared something the other day. He said, so as the top, so is the bottom. And we saw that. We saw what David Schmidt modeled, not only in character, but in company, in passion and product. And I said, where would I go to find something else to replace this? It's impossible. I don't know of any. And I thought, nope, too legit to quit. I'm not quitting. And that's where I get choked. And I went to my team and I said, let's do it. Kai gave us a great inspiration. He said, work locally, think globally. And we started to do that. I said, every one of you knows someone somewhere else that is in an unrestricted market. Let's tap in there. Find out who you know. Let's start talking. And Kai had some wonderful, wonderful recommendations. And it started with my trip down to Arizona. I came back and I said, it's all there. We just have to do it. We're going to have to be patient, but we have to do it. And then suddenly we're starting to lift up each other. We're starting to bring people up. And you know that saying, a rising tide lifts all ships. I didn't get here by myself. I had to help a couple of my people get to manager. And those people that I'm going to help advance are going to be the ones that are going to take me to senior director. And we all go together. People criticize direct selling and the multi-level marketing because they don't know it. I challenge anybody to look at an industry that has more positions open at the top, like senior presidential director, as opposed to one guy in one slot doing his thing his way. There's room at the top for every one of you. So in my moment here that I have, and thank you so much for giving me this moment, I'm challenging my group. I'm challenging the Canadians. Go back and talk to those people that might have gone dormant on you. They might have walked away because we had 2 people come back and say, you know what? I want in again because something happened. And when something happens, people want to say, well, maybe that could happen for me too. Because this product is so universal in nature and so safe to use that you can recommend it to almost anyone in a non-competitive way to anything else they're doing. And I say what we are doing here right now is we're offering hope. We have hope. And when you have hope, you can do an amazing thing, because the poorest person can live in poverty with hope, but a rich man in a castle can't live without hope. And I'm meeting people all the time, and I'm saying this to them. What have you given up that you would love to take back? Because life and the challenges of life and the things that happen to us have a way of taking it away. And I say, do you want to golf again? Oh, can you imagine? I could go out on the links again with my buddies who are still golfing. One guy said, I like to fish again. I said, I can't make that promise to you, but I can offer you hope. He says, well, that's worth a shot. Because it's always worth the shot when you got hope.
Carl, I love your passion. I remember the first time we sat down and you said, I want to learn this system. And you were an amazing student. And now you're an incredible leader. And we are in the business of giving people hope that their future can be different in any way. Health-wise, financially, community, friends, loved ones. And it's a wonderful gift that we have in this business. And I know, like you, if people judge our profession, they don't know what it is, because we get to develop a dream lifestyle. And you are an amazing embodiment of that. So I'm so happy that you're a director. Congratulations, my friend. And congratulations to each and every one of you. We just love hearing from you. And I hope you guys were taking notes. There was a lot of gems. The chat is loaded with your quotes. I love it. You guys are listening. Leaders are learners, and we've been hearing from these great leaders. So I think it's time to turn things over to you, honey.
Well, I just want to chime in. Thank you, Robin. You're such a gracious and great host. But congratulations, Robin, Keme, Carl, Eileen. So wonderful to have, see the fruits of your labor and to hear your wisdom and your tips. Success leaves clues, and you've given us lots of them. So we're very, very grateful. And I love your concept, Carl, that the chair was reserved for you, but not for a long time. You got to move on to the next one. And that goes for everybody. It's what's your next step? So congratulations to everyone. Very, very grateful. So, I wanted to talk briefly. Let's talk about Canada for a minute. I'm going to stop my share here and share a different screen. So hold on just a second, please. And I'm going to jump over to Live Younger Success and What's New section. And here, I want to show you the LifeWave Canada launch plan. And those of you interested in the Canadian market, Judy put this together. Liz put it up as a flip chart. The LifeWave Canada launch plan. Oh my God, have you heard the good news? It's relaunch time in Canada. Woohoo! And August 7th, we're going to be launching the five products back into the market, including X39 and 49. August 9th, the new website's going to launch. And September 9th through the 16th is Canadian Roadshow. And I think there's a slight change in that. And then this is all leading into convention. So we've got a really solid 90-day run between now and the convention. And so this is the agenda. Now, I want to point out that Vancouver was changed to Sunday, the 10th, okay? And then it's going to be Edmonton on the 12th, Calgary on the 14th, Toronto on the 16th, and they're working to squeeze in at least one more city in there. So we'll hold off on revealing that. But, so I want everybody, if you have folks, and these meetings are for prospects and existing customers and existing brand partners. So the first hour is going to be the LifeWave presentation, be very appropriate for prospects that, have had a basic introduction. Maybe you send them a video from InTouch, had a discussion, invite them to the meeting. And then the second, part of the meeting is going to be training for brand partners. So people that decide to become a brand partner can stick around and learn some of the basics of the business. But this is very, very exciting. So that's happening in Canada in September 10th through the 16th. The warehouse and shipping we've got a great warehouse right there in the Greater Toronto area. So the products are now being listed as medical devices instead of a wellness device, which is a very cool thing. And all of the products are now medical devices in Canada. That was the negotiation we ended up with Health Canada. Previously, our products in most of the places around the world, including the US, were considered to be wellness product. In Canada, we're now a class 1 medical device. Okay. So
And
very
honey,
cool.
honey,
go ahead, Robin.
Judy put a reminder up that LifeWave has requested that nothing be publicly posted on social media until further notice. So you can
Correct.
share privately, but not publicly on social media to start building for those events.
Yeah, so you can call people, you can private message people, you can email people, you can send, all kinds of personal communication, but the company doesn't want anyone engaging into advertising as we're getting back into the market together. And we don't want to stress out our Canadian regulatory counterparts. Okay. So it's all coming back together. And so I'm just very happy. I just wanted to share this with everyone. So that's what's happening as far as Canada. And the next step along the way is, who do you know in California? It's going to be very exciting. We're going to be down there. Robin and I and Connie and many other leaders are going to be in California together with a number of other SPDs wow, it's coming right up like 3 weeks from now. We'll be in Costa Mesa. So, and the other thing I wanted to mention, the Power of the Patch is continuing on. We're having great results with people using Power of the Patch webinar. That's our evergreen webinar. It's always going 6 times a day, 7 times a week. Just go to the popwebinar.com, invite your best prospects. And I want to make, this is new information for everyone. Janet Kiefer and Connie were instrumental in putting, this whole Power of the Patch webinar together. Thank you, Janet, for engineering the PowerPoint, and Connie for helping with the storyline. And the three of us worked very closely together on all this. So you can see Janet doing the presentation on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. So 6 times a day, you'll find Janet Kiefer, Presidential Director, on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Connie, you'll find on Monday, Friday, and Saturday, 6 times a day. And yours truly on Wednesday. Now, I'm using my old PowerPoint, okay? And so if you want a different twist on it, I invite you to watch each of them at least once and find your best one. And so you know who you're inviting your prospects to. So we're very excited about the Power of the Patch technology and webinar being available 24/7 around the world. So, and the rest we just wanted to briefly talk about is our upcoming calls. We had a great Monday morning miracle call, and now we're having a Tuesday evening miracle call. We're calling it Testimonial Tuesday. Robin, you want to talk about tomorrow night's call and our special guest?
I'm happy to. Yes, we're having a great time with the new format, and we want your stories. So let's see if I can do it right, honey. Be brief, be compliant, be done. No, is that it?
Be prepared.
Be prepared.
Be compliant, be done.
Be done. So, under a minute, what it was like before, what patch you use. We love hearing X39 in the beginning for sure, because we have a lot of new people and we don't want to get them confused. And then what you're able to do now, what, the limitations you had that you no longer have. And so we love to hear your stories, and please share them, because your stories change lives. So tomorrow evening, our special guest is Dr. Barbara Jennings. She is a chiropractor, but so much more. She has many, many tools in her tool chest. She's a real gift in our community, and very, very knowledgeable. So everybody loves Dr. Barbara. That's tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Pacific on Live Younger Chat. Remember, we switch from Zoom to chat so we can see everybody, and you can raise your hands and make it easy to share. So I think that's it. And Carl, did you want to say something? You had your hand up. You can unmute if you wanted to say something.
Yes, I did want to add thing, and I was starting to type it, but I had so many errors in my chat type that I'm going to say it instead. I want to say this: the trail has been blazed and the road has been paved to success. And I want to thank Gregory and Robin for laying an infrastructure down that will work for you. Just follow it. The systems duplicate, the people don't. And when you follow the success of the people, as Robin and Gregory have exemplified this in 5-star fashion, you too will advance and come to the top. There's room for everybody at the top.
Oh, thank you, Carl. You've been an
Carl.
amazing student of
Yeah.
learning that the system, what you just shared, systems duplicate, people don't. And that success comes from simplicity and duplication. So yes, learn the tools like Robin said, and use the tools. Okay, honey, you want to finish it up?
Yeah, so every Thursday morning we have on Live Younger Chat, we have our 30 morning business training. So stay tuned and plug in for that. And if you can't plug in live, all these are available for replay on our Live Younger Facebook group and our Live Younger YouTube channel. And Thursday, Robin, I'm so excited that you're going to be able to
Let's go
to a more robust PowerPoint training, and and we can plug into everything else that we're going on around the country that's just primarily X39, X49 focus. So congratulations, our Canadian counterparts. We're so happy for you guys up there. So that's pretty much what I had to share, Robin.
Yep. Well, we've got, Costa Mesa. Who do you know in Southern California? Because it's a large, large market, and it is star-studded like crazy. There's tons of SPDs that are going to be there and other leaders. So we'd love to see you all. And I think you heard it enough times. It's so wonderful to be with the community. When Kamei went, to Aruba, she got to have that feeling, because this isn't just a business, and we have a very, very special community. So we're excited to see you guys in person. Thank you, Gregory, for all that you do that makes it easier for all of us. And Connie and I were in Costa Rica last week, and we missed all of you. I think she missed you too. I did. But we were there for a week and did a wonderful event on health span. So more about that in the future. Thank you everyone for sticking out for a little extra time this evening, but it was worth it. Okay.
Thanks, everyone. Good night.
Night.